Welcome once again to Gen Z HR channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share. Is anger bad? My answer will be no. That will surprise so many. What is bad is can only be how you manage anger. Anger is a normal human emotion that you cannot prevent from springing up in your mind when it ought to. But how you now handle it is what can be good or bad. Many have used anger to achieve a lot in life, but far more have used anger to destroy all that they have achieved in life. So you have to choose how you fare with anger. And that's why we want to talk today on anger management. Whenever anger comes, you need to know how you need to be planned in advance how to respond to it. The truth is how the mind works, how the brain works is that once an emotion starts, logic is locked up. So most times for you to handle any emotion well, like anger, you should have premeditated, you should have decided in advance what you would do if something like this happens. If not, one day you could just be an occasional murderer and that could end up leaving you in jail. So many people that you see in prison today are not there because they're very bad people, but they were there because of a few seconds they could not manage well. And some people actually know that they have anger issues. When you have anger issues, you now need to start preparing yourself so that such moments do not destroy you. Yeah, the basic things like you could bite your tongue. Sometimes it's what you say when you're angry that you may never be able to retrieve, and as a result of it, people will always know you for that. So you could bite your tongue, refrain from speaking at that moment. You can leave the environment. Leaving the environment can be physical. Sometimes it might not be possible or reasonable to physically leave the environment. You can leave the environment psychologically. Your body can be in a place and actually you are not there. Or alternatively, you can say something that you have crammed in advance that if something like this happens, this is what I will say. You know, that's a rare moment of emotional intelligence when you say something that is different from what everybody is expecting and it shows some grace, it shows some class about your person. These are ways to manage anger. I'll give you one instance where poor anger management wanted to ruin a career that was at its glorious end. For those of you who watch football, you know Zinedine Zidane. Zinedine Zidane was the poster boy of French football by the time he was about to retire in 2002. Shortly before the World Cup, the French national team were known as perennial underachievers. They were at the forefront of introducing soccer, football, to the world, but they had never won a major title before. Shortly before they were to go for France 98, which they hosted, an ex-military man who knew what discipline was appointed as their manager. He shocked everyone when, as he was selecting players, he dropped the two best players France was known to have, Eric Cantona and Frank Ginola. The whole country had an uproar. There was a protest on the streets everywhere. People were saying, no, give us these guys. They're our best. We want them. And the guy insisted that for him, talent is overrated. Discipline is it all. And he chose a crop of players, some of them new players. Zinedine Zidane was one of them, and he was barely known. There was nothing special about him. But he went to the World Cup, even after the president of France, Jacques Chirac, called the manager. The manager insisted that this is what he wants. These are the people that will deliver what he wants. And he became a star. After he became a golden star, they actually won the World Cup for the first time. Now, when they were defending the trophy 4 years later, they were in the final against an Italian team that was exceptionally good in defense. But this team had fought so hard to win the French team, and it was not working. They knew the fulcrum, the team was built around this guy, Zinedine Zidane. He was so exceptional with the ball. His ball holding power, his distribution power was extraordinary. They tried to mark him out, it didn't work. They tried to get him wounded, it didn't work. They went on a break, and okay, even the first 90 minutes went. Now they were in the ending part of the first half. They tried something different, and someone seemed to know he had anger issues and went to him and dropped an insult about his sister. The average Arab man would not take that. And next thing, people didn't know what happened behind the scene. They just knew some words were muttered, but it didn't seem the facial expression of the person muttering the words was blank, so it didn't look like anything provocative. But next thing, they saw Zinedine Zidane walk up to the young man who did that to give him a headbutt. And after he gave the guy the headbutt, they gave him a red card and he left. The entire team, lost their flair, they lost their glory, it became a lackluster team. And before you could know what was happening, the Italian team won them. They needed to take someone out. And it was not really them that took him out. It was the way the young man responded by not managing his anger well. This, above or apart from the team losing the cup, which they were very close to getting, the next thing that mattered most was that it was his last match as an international footballer. And see how he left, with the impression that he was not a person of class because he could not manage his anger. Anger can ruin all that you have built. Anger has various forms. You have rage, you have wrath, and so many people can associate with these words. But 5 minutes of wrath can destroy 40 years career. It can destroy what you built in 40 years. So it's important that you begin now to learn how to manage your anger so that it does not become a spoiling point. But anger, when well managed, can also be good. There are certain things you will not get until your eyes are red. But if you are able to hold yourself so you don't cross certain extremes, you will discover that it will help you. So it's not entirely a bad emotion, but the issue is how is it managed. So I want that to be your takeaway today from Gen Z Agile channel. Like I said at the beginning, don't forget to subscribe to this glorious channel. Don't forget to share it, don't forget to like, and don't forget to drop your comments at the comment section. Thank you so much, and see you once we are up once again. Thank you.